What is up, Big Pippin family? Bob Beckett here. I'm so excited. Today I'm going to go over the supply and demand indicator. We're going to do some training, some back testing, right? I want to show you some results of different people in our Pulse X indicator that's happening and in our mentorship program that's happening. Like, so many people are having success, so many people are getting funded, so many people are getting paid out. Like, this is amazing times. And one of the main reasons I wanted to do the call, besides training, and we're going to do a lot more trainings and interact with you more and more, so make sure you favorite this Big Pippin group or wherever you're seeing this. You might see this on YouTube, you might see this on somewhere else. Is I have one of my coaches with me who's in my one-on-one mentorship program, but also in the Pulse X, and he's literally been one of the most loyalist coaches, people in general, that I could ever even ask for. It's a huge blessing to have him. He's been with me for how long now?
At least 3 years.
At least 3 years. And when we first started together, it was in a different industry and stuff. And then, basically, he was trading a little bit, and I showed him some things. And next thing you know, he became from student to full-time trader. And I'm like, well, heck, you want to freaking train some of our people together? And so every single day, I mean, have you missed any day? Maybe like a couple because of trips or something. But hundreds.
Every day I was supposed to be there, we were there for about 1.5 years now.
Yeah. Okay. So 1.5 years straight. Or what is it? What,
Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. For one session, it's Monday through Friday at and then another session with the Pulse X, which we just started, is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So how many sessions a week is that? And they're all like at each an hour.
Now there is 9 sessions total.
So 9 hours a week. He's literally on, roughly, or more, because sometimes they run over even. Right. He's on live with everybody, answering questions. Like, just put it this way, he's made my life a lot better. And I wouldn't be able to do it without him. So I wanted to introduce you to him because he's going to be helping out with, we both put our heads together and said, hey, like, the supply and demand indicator needs some love too. And maybe we'll start putting out some trainings, maybe even do some lives if you guys want some lives with it. But basically, we're going to teach a lot of the supply and demand indicator and all that kind of stuff. This is, by the way, Christian Supreme, and he was the first coach. We have one other coach named Bethany, but she is not here yet in this side. She'll probably show a face as well too to help out. But I want to make sure you guys are taken care of fully over here as well. I don't want to forget about you. I want to make sure, our vision is, I don't care if you come in at a $7 indicator like supply and demand, all the way up to our higher ticket one-on-one programs that are thousands of dollars, that we have financing for and have a couple spots of. Just kidding. But no, really, I don't care where you come in at. I want to make sure that you're successful, right? So I didn't just want to sell you something just to sell you something, then like, good luck. Like, I want to make sure that you're actually more profitable than you were where you were at before you bought my thing, right? So I'm just not another one of those guys that are just going to leave you hanging. So with that said, without further ado, we're just going to jump on the chart. Do you want to say anything, Christian? Like, to everybody?
I just want to welcome everybody, and I'm excited to actually be on this side. I've been as Bob said, that I've been doing the mentorship and now the Pulse X Premium, but I haven't really came over to the supply and demand. So I'm really excited to be in the I've been a part of the Big Pimpin' group, but I haven't really done much in here. So I'm excited to get to know everybody and get y'all making more pips.
Yeah, big pips. Lots and lots of pips. All right, so let's go right into the chart, guys. Thank you for that, Christian. All right, I'm gonna just, how do I share my screen? It's right here, share screen, and boom. So I'm just gonna share my screen, and we're just gonna go through different settings and different things for the supply and demand indicator. And we're not going to make this too long, but I just want you to be able to run away with something, right? So I did put a call in earlier into the Big Pippin group, where basically it was a GU call, and I believe we hit a 1 to 4. Let me actually pull up that call. Was that a 1 to 4? No, it was a 1 to 2. 1 to 2 with that call. Okay. Still not bad. You know, I put it in and it's actually still running. So, you know, it could actually, you know, go back down. And I did that off the 1 minute. Now let me just show you what I did here. I don't know why it just keeps like going all the way over there. Let me move my mic a little bit because it's in front of my screen. And I want to show you what to do here. Now, these buy and sell indications, that's fantastic. That's not what I'm talking about today. So don't let that like twist your brain. What I am talking about is the actual order block. So now this red order block right here, see the line here, and the dots in the middle here. This means the dots have never been came up here and touched yet, right? That means they're unmitigated. That means the institutions brought it all the way up here, but left this area open. And they need to come up there eventually to close out more buy orders so they can and take out more liquidity. So there's a great chance they might come up here and take out highs before dropping back down if they're going to continue back down to take out liquidity. So take out, all that really means is a bunch of retail traders and hedge fund traders and different investors, they put their stops above the highs, right? So really these indications of these order blocks, they'll come and wick it out. Have you ever been wicked out? And then it starts going the direction that you wanted. Well, that's what's really happening here. There's a ton of orders up here that need to be liquidated, right? Once they liquidate that, then they'll take out their buy orders, they'll put in tons of sell orders, and that's when you see it start tanking. A lot of times they use the news for that. A lot of times, you know, just, you know, it's crazy how it happens because we could predict where it's going to go even with the news most of the time, just based off the order blocks, okay, and basic order flow, okay. So with that said, how I took this trade, you know, it's only a 1 to 2 right now, but I'll just show you what we did, and I actually called it differently earlier. Let me show you the settings that I'm working with right now. So right now I'm on the 5 minute taking the trade, looking at the 30-minute order blocks right here. Okay, I'm using break of structure with trend. I could turn these off for now. You don't need to see the buy and sell signals, and then signals with ATR. I don't think you even need that on, but we'll just, all that matters is the order blocks, and then show order block finder plus show order block plus imbalance. Okay, so that way it'll give you the wider area, so it'll include the balance, right? All right, so here we go. So I was looking at it right here. I'm like, okay, we came up. And oh, actually, when I originally had it, I was on the hour, I think. Was I on the hour?
I believe you were on the hour because we were looking at this
Yeah,
together.
there it is. So I had the hour time frame, looking at the higher time frame. It came up like this and wicked. See these two wicks right here? And then what I'm looking at, what my eyes are looking at is this structure, right? Actually, let me go from the bottom up. All right, so we had lower, low, lower, high, not really for this push. Okay, lower, low, lower, high, or my bad, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Okay, I was right. Sorry, my brain sometimes gets scrambled there.
No, that's a higher low.
A higher
Right.
low. That's what I knew was something's wrong with my brain.
Higher high, higher low.
Yeah. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? And I just follow along. Just keep freaking doing that. Higher high, right? And then we had basically a higher low right there, right? So this structure right here, so far it's not broken the lower structure. See that? So as soon as this kind of closed underneath this structure, I'm like, oh, this is fair game. And it already hit the block up here, and the overall direction was down, right? So it's basically, if you're more institutional talk, this was the imbalance right here, and it was filling the it was mitigating the order. So let me go back down to 5. I could have actually made the stop a lot smaller with like a 1 or something, but yeah. So my entry was basically just right here. Like literally I saw, okay, it came up here enough, and I put the high up here, because if they're going to start taking out lows, there's a good chance they're going to continue taking out lows for at least a while, right? So let me just push that. I technically could have put this right here, and it would have been a lot higher risk reward. trade, but I wanted to be safe since I was giving it to you guys. So like right there would have been a 1 to 3.63. And we were right in this area. In this area right here, I would probably take 50%, maybe even 70% partials. Okay. And then put my stop loss to break even, right? So let me just push play again. I think from there, yeah, it started messing around, going sideways, and that's it. So it hasn't even hit our break even yet. Okay, I actually still have a couple trades running for that one. But that one went all the way down. Now, let me, I'm just going to randomly go back in time and kind of do the same thing. So this is where I love the most, right? Is just randomly going back. So if I can go back here and just, and at any moment, anytime you can chime in, Christian.
Will do.
All
The
right.
only thing
So
that I think is funny is that you're like only a 1 to 2. And I remember 2.5 years ago, we were like, only if we could find 1 to 2s. How it changes, how it changes over time.
It's true. All right. So this is a great lesson right here, because as you can see, you don't want to wait till it comes all the way up here. I mean, you could, but we could drop the resolution down. Obviously, what direction is this going, Christian?
Down.
Okay. Very obvious to see, right? So, I mean,
good thing I got that right.
You wouldn't believe it, dude. We'll get some students that would literally say that was going up. I'm not kidding you. So, all right. So when you don't see anything in this area, you can try dropping the resolution and just see if there's something lower that we can target for a pullback. So I put it to 30. Let's see if it loads up. All right, that's better. So we'll keep it at 30 right now for this market, right? So for this way, we're just going to look at it like this. All right, so I'm just going to push play and see if it can kind of pull up at all. Now, this would be the first area I'd look for a sell. So if it comes up there and starts breaking back down like that, let me just kind of look into that. I just said I would do that, so I'm not cherry picking. So right here is where I'd be looking for entries. I could possibly even get on the break, but I'd like it to pull up into this area at least a little bit. See how it literally comes up and touches our block, a 30-minute block, and then just drops down, right? So from there, I'd wait for like a little pullback, and then I would just get in, right? So let me just see if I can get some kind of pullback. There it is. I'll just get in right there. So it wicked. I'm going to put my stop just above the high, 22.8 pip stop. Don't love the stop, to be honest with you, but hey, it's money, right? Oh, it's real good money. All right. So, and then our targets are going to be these lower order blocks, right? These are 30-minute order blocks. Now it might mess around on this order block right here, this green order block. It might come back up, and then usually it'd break back down. So we'll just see what kind of happens here. Remember, this is completely random, so anything could happen. I could lose it in 2 seconds. So we're just kind of looking, and there we go. It hit our freaking take profit perfectly. Basic supply and demand, guys. It's amazing. Once you understand it. Okay. So now that was a 1 to 4.5. I don't really have any other targets down here. So I'm expecting it to kind of come up, because now we're in no man's land, right? And this is GU I'm back testing on right now. Now I could wait for it to come all the way back up to here, but there's probably something even smaller down. This is going down so well. I'm going to drop this down to the 15 resolution and see if there's any order blocks even lower. There we go. Bingo. So now you can kind of tell the story. This is probably going to come up, take out liquidity. Again, take out people's stops if they were selling. Come up here, wick it, fill this order block, and then shoot back down. That's what my guess would be, right? And there it is. It's coming up, literally right to the area. Now we need some kind of break of structure, right? So if you can't, I'm afraid to put it to 1 because it might erase the stuff, but I'd be entering right there. So, and there we go. It literally hit that area. So let's just kind of look where we entered, where I said I'd enter. And we'd have a probably 9 point something pip stop. And that was a 1 to 3.88, hit our 50% target, right? I'm going to maybe go for the lows here, because this came all the way up here and just dropped, right? So I just want to see if it'll actually go for the lows or not. There she goes. And there, yeah, I mean, there you have it, right? So essentially that was a 1 to 7.51, right? Again, once you understand this, it's a freaking game changer. Actually, I'll leave that up. It's really not that complicated. We have people getting funding all the time with this. It's amazing. I'm just going to push play and wait for another kind of, there it is. So right here, see this area? Our indicator has detected that this needs to be mitigated. Now we're looking for a break of structure at any moment. Okay, no break of structure. There's a break of structure. See that? Again, you got to train your eye. There is a lower low, lower high, or higher low. higher low right there. Higher high, higher high, higher low, higher.
That's a weird one right there. I just go all the way up there. Yeah.
Higher high. There's a little pullback there. And then I would call that basically a mini little structure to maybe take a trade off of, especially in this box, right? I don't have mitigation on because I don't want it to, well, I'll show you. So if I have mitigated order block on, you'll see that it came up and touched the 50%. There. So it came up and touched that 50%. Again, remember, I don't care if it goes above. Remember, I said I would like take out liquidity up here. It's doing the same thing like right here. We're seeing a break of structure. So you could either wait for a little mini pullback right there. Let's just look at the size of the stop. Okay, so I'll just get in on the break because it closed nicely and I'll target right there. Right. So it's not a huge trade, but we'll just see. Boom. Hit. So as soon as it hit our target, again, it turned green, right? So went all the way to, I don't know where that block is, but it's probably about a 1 to 3 right there. Not bad, huh? So far we haven't lost. That's pretty cool. And hopefully you're getting something out of this. I'm going to turn off mitigated order blocks. I just want to put that there so you can kind of see it. So this
is so powerful. I mean, that's what's so crazy is that, I mean, I think we've definitely done what we were trying to do, give people stuff that works no matter how much.
Yeah. I mean, this was $7 one time, guys, you know, and I know what happens, you know, in your brain. It's like, well, that's only $7, so it can't work. Okay, but I'm just showing you that it works, and there's lots of people in here that's doing fantastic with that, and they may not even need mentorship or any extra help. Where people need mentorship is if they keep blowing accounts or they can't stay consistent on a weekly basis. That's where we look over your trades and just kind of guide you and guide you and guide you, and that's where we guarantee. We're so confident we'll guarantee you'll get funded, or we'll keep working with you till you do, you know. But there's some of you that don't need that at all, right? You could just do exactly what we're showing here and they can manage the risk good, and that's it. So now what I want you to see is this did not create a new low here, right? It wicked super heavy. So if it comes back up here, I would not be looking for a sell. I'd be very cautious, okay? Because if it does not create a new low, like if this doesn't break past this and create a new low, then I'm thinking it might start reversing back up some. So let's just see what happens. No, it broke it. So I just want to tell you that ahead of time, just in case it actually happened. Now we could target this area. Okay. So let me just pull that up. Okay, we'll target that area. It's even better. All right, because it detected it. Let's see if it comes up. And there we go. So we're up in the first area right there. And we're just waiting for some kind of break of structure. Back down. I would not count that as a break of structure. I'd be waiting for like that.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, so now what we could do, we can kind of highlight that area, right? There's our break of structure. Now I'd like to see like a little pullback into here and see if we can, there it is. Perfect. So that was our entry. When it pulled back into there, our stop can go right there for 9.6. We could target here first, which is basically a 1 to 3. Let's just see. Oh, and we lost our first one. Okay, so that's it. So we lost one and we won like, I don't even know how many. But let's look where our next area is. Since it broke through this last order block, we're going to look at this one. So that's it. We're not going to get in a trade unless it literally just hit that 50%, which it did. And I'm not going to look to get in this trade unless it breaks past this low right here. Let's see. Nope, not yet. Not yet. There it is. Okay. So again, we're looking on this area. So if it pulls back up into that area, I'll get in. There it is. So let me just actually let me look at one more candle. Okay, see it because this came up so aggressively into this area. I was like, I don't know if I like that. So if I see it reject this area, I'm just going to get in. Let's just see. Maybe one more. Nope, don't like it yet. Don't like it. I'm looking for like a, all right, it came up to this high one. All right. So now this one's invalid. This order block that was right here, it came up and literally touched the 50% of this one, liquidating this and kept this high right here. So very interesting. So now I'd be looking for another break of structure down. Look how it just tanked. There she goes. And we're looking basically in this whole area right here for it to pull back up. Essentially this, right? So it just pulls up in that area, I'll get in. Come on, there she goes. So looking for a little wick. Nothing there. Okay, so we're looking for an actual rejection from that area before we get in. Okay, that's better. All right, I'm going to get in right there. The reason I get in right there is it came all the way up here and didn't want to break that high, and it came all the way down here and broke these lows, right? So I'm going to get in right there. I'm going to put the stop. I'll put it right above here just to play a safe trade. Okay, all right, it's kind of safe. It's kind of risky, kind of safe. It might shoot against me. There we go. So, and bingo, supply and demand, right? So we lost one. Now we're up 3 again.
Right, but we lost 1% and we won about.
Well, here's all the
15.
trades we did. Yeah. So hopefully you're learning something, guys. I mean, this is pretty nuts, actually. If let's just pretend we got out of each one of these. That was just on one area, right? On a 5-minute on GU, right? We have a 5 plus a 9, so let's call it 14. It's 18, and then 21 reward. Okay, if you were using
Minus
1%,
one. You gotta remember
yeah.
-1. So
Yeah,
plus
so
20. Only a
plus
20.
20%. What time period was this? Let's just look. We'll do a from there to there. That was in a day and 3 hours. We did a day and 4 hours. We did 20% of the account, bro, on one pair. Not bad, right? And guess what? We just created a new low, which means we can look up here for a new entry. I'll do one more. Unless you got anything.
I'm having fun. I always love watching our stuff work
Yeah,
and
it's amazing.
and training. This is
We don't
something
have to
that we
overcome
do.
it.
Bob does it a little more than me, probably a lot more than me, but it's almost like video games.
It is. Well, sadly, I haven't been playing video games as much anymore because, you know,
I
my
don't think
kids.
that's sadly.
It is because of my kids want me to play with them.
Oh well, yeah.
So I play a lot of, you know, this is what I do, you know, but this video game makes us money, so it's different. So again, we're not seeing anything in here, so I'm going to lower it to 10. Right, and this is huge. Like if you would have held this trade, my gosh, look at that, 1 to 9. You held that sucker.
If you would have held the first trade, it'd probably be a 1 to 50 right now.
All right, so here's 10-minute ones. All right, so if it goes up into that area, then I'll be looking for break structure. All right, hit my area. Right, so now what I'm looking for is this little green candle pullback here. I need a close below that real quick. Let's just see. No close yet. No close yet. Okay, now I'd look right here. Now if it starts breaking these highs, then it's different. Okay, now we might be looking for buys. Okay, so you see the change in character right here. It literally comes up, it starts breaking highs over here. That means you're going to start flipping the script and going for these order blocks. All right, so let's look if it pulls back or not. then we'd be buying. All right, so now we need to break a structure back up. Okay, that one's invalid, so we're going down to this one. All right, now we're there. But we are breaking structures back down, but I'm still in a buying mode. Okay, so now we got structure breaks. There's our structure break. Right there, essentially, this little area. Now it broke this structure too, so let's just wait to see if we could pull back a little bit so we can enter. Okay, so I entered. All right, there we go. Long it right in this area. Stop. This is kind of a crappy stop, honestly. Let's just see if we're right or not. Okay, we're right. So bam. Guys, I'm telling you, if you just backtesting is the secret. Look how it literally comes up here and starts wicking off this order block. Give me a break. $7 order, $7 thing. Just imagine like my higher ticket stuff. It works even better. But this is all you need. This is all you need, you know?
Right.
So let's just see. Now, if you want to get out, like when it starts going crazy like this and starts like kind of just going sideways a little bit, I would just get out, you know, I would just be like,
Right.
all right, I'm getting out right here. I made enough.
I'll take a 1 to 4. That'll work.
Fine. And guess what, guys? We're still breaking structures up. It would be pretty smart to go to the higher time frame to kind of see what's going on. It's probably just going for this higher block up here, right? So again, you can switch this back to, I mean, I can't even see the settings in this. Oh, that's right there. You could switch it back to like the 15-minute, and it'll probably be like somewhere in here that it's probably going for before it drops again. And let's just see if I'm right on that. All right. If I'm right on this, we'll just call it a day. Okay. Is it loading? Let's do like the 30-minute, trying to clear it up. So that's how you clean it up. When there's way too many order blocks, just switch between different time frames and you'll start seeing it. Okay. So here's my prediction, then I'll end it. Now, of course, I'm not a market maker. Oops. I'm not the market makers or anything. But my prediction is it's going to come up here. I'll even put my thing in. All right, I'm going to put my stop a little high. And we're just going to play it down here for these lows. All right, so I'm just going to let it play. Okay, it didn't even go that high. I think it will though, or it could. Yep. All right, hit our area. It might take liquidity out. It might take liquidity out. It looks like it might. All right, at this point, I would be taking probably 50% because look at this massive block right in here. But let's just see what happens. Okay, it took us out. If that would have happened, I would have been like, where's a mic that I could drop really quick? It held on by a thread. It's like, it goes,
Either way, I mean, right there at some point, that's at least a 1 to 3, 1 to 4.
yeah,
You gotta at least secure some profits, right? So
yeah. And I told you take like 50%. You would have grabbed
right.
of this. I mean, of this area right here, you would have grabbed like 1.5-ish. You probably would have either broke even, or unless you're crazier, there's some people that are crazy that'll just let it keep rolling. But if it came all the way up here and it's breaking structures, I would probably just get out, to be fair.
Yeah.
So we can call that 1.5 because I said 50%, but that was pretty legit, you know, and it's taken out liquidity. So we're still reaching for highs, right? But anyways, guys, that's it. Let me unshare here, stop share. I just wanted to introduce you to Christian. I wanted to do a training for our big pipping community for our $7 supply and demand indicator. I want you to realize that my original idea was I was going to sell this for $97 a month, but I'm like, you know what? Let's sell for $7 one time. You know, we get support tickets all the time, like saying, how much is it after the $7 trial? I'm like, no, that's it. So I don't want you to think that this isn't a powerful indicator, because really it's amazing, you know, and it really, I designed it for my institutional traders, for our one-on-one students, so they could train their eye to see supply and demand areas. And I'm like, man, I'll just help out the masses, you know, because it's undeniable I'm not a big support and resistance type of guy. It's undeniable that obviously supply and demand is, the focus, right? And once you learn how to actually trade it, it's a game over, right? So you have anything to say to everybody, the Big Pippin family?
I'm just excited to be here, and I'm excited to meet everybody, and I will be posting a heck of a lot more in
Let me show
this
you this.
community, this group.
If you guys are still here, let me show you this. So we just launched our PulseX community yesterday, and I'm going to show you like just our chat group in there and the calls we did today, and people literally having success already. If you're not a part of PulseX, you need to go as fast as you can over to pulsexpremium.com, because it is a game changer. How do I freaking, where is hold on one second, guys. Sorry. PulseX right there. Okay. PulseX. Bam.
Yeah, share. All right, there you go.
On my screen. All right. So this is our mastermind. We just launched yesterday. We have 62 members. Okay. Let me share with you what happened here. So I put a call out today, attempt number 1 right here on this odd USD trade. And sure enough, here it is. We hit a 1-to-1. I said, anyone in this trade? Yes, sir. Yes, I'm in. So these are new members all saying it. Guy asked me if I trade gold. I said GU is about to hit too. So again, these are all trend calls with our PulseX indicator. Now, PulseX, people always ask me what the difference is. This in combination with the supply and demand indicator is super powerful, right? Because you're able to take these trend calls inside order blocks or after they hit an order block, and it's just way more confluent, so it's actually going to work. All right, so, and then do you see it when I click it?
Yes.
Do you see it zoomed in on 626?
Yes, I can see it. Yes.
Okay. So this was your trade. So you took the trade, odd USD.
We were just up right there. I wasn't. We didn't get out yet, but yeah, that was.
And I said, let's go. We're at a 1 to 2.5, right? Again, it's still quiet. Nobody knew me in here. We just launched it. And these are all brand new members. This was my trade, 1030. I think that was mine. No, it was Christian's.
That was mine. That's yours. Next one.
I was at 1120, and I took the GU and the AUD right there. Here's the guy Titan. He was up. He was showing his results for the day, basically in points, right? And then I think you call him Hefe, or it could be Jeffe, or it could be Jeff. I don't know. Thanks for calling this out. I would have missed it. Paid for my monthly subscription and then some, and it's only day 1 for me. Bam. So there's the first guy, Edwin Torres. Let's go.
That's our goal, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. Kenisha asking questions. We're answering questions. I just want you to see that we're actually here for you guys, right? Chad, bingo. Look what he says. First time I've ever had this many trades going all in blue. Boom. Right. And then I load this up. I added 2 more positions to my GU AU. I'm at $4,085 there. Love PulseX. Lanny, and we had 3 coaching calls a week. This wasn't supposed to be a pitch call or anything. I just wanted to show you what's been going on. Look at this. AUD's dropping, bam. Dropping more. Dropping more. Here's me all blue. I added more positions, right? Layering them in. You got Chad. Okay, he was asking a question.
Yeah, I think everything else might be questions.
Yeah, so that was it. So like we had a bunch of people having success already.
Already got people helping each other. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to build, an amazing community. Like we literally just launched it yesterday. So you might have gotten an email. Again, you go to pulsexpremium.com and check it out. But regardless, hey, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, put a comments below, ask any questions that you might have about anything that we shared today. Totally free content, totally here to help you guys as much as humanly possible. If you don't have the supply and demand, go to pipstackingsecrets.com. If you don't have PulseX yet, go to pulsexpremium.com. And then if you want mentorship, there's probably plenty of different ways you can see it. You can go to bobsproof.com and see all our mentorship student success every single day. It's updated, and you can fill out an application. There's all kinds of different ways you could work with us. But again, I just wanted you to meet Christian Supreme. Thank you so much for being here, brother. And guys, looking forward to your success. Let's have an amazing rest of 2022. Let's have an amazing Christmas this year, right? That one girl said, she's like, looks like we're gonna have an amazing Christmas. I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Or Kanisha or something.
Kanisha.
But yeah, so let's get you going. Let's get you super successful in Q4. And then 2023 will be your year. Let's make it happen to where like you never need to even focus again on anything else, and you could just trade full time. So we got your back. Thanks for being a part of the Big Pippin family, FX Freedom, and God bless. Take care. Back it out.
Much love. Y'all be blessed.